Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio September 29, 2022. Information coming in now can put you ahead along business or economic lines. The moon is balsamic today, however, and this phase of the moon turns us inward for valuable lessons. Since it precedes tomorrow's new moon in your sign, it's a crucial time for you to review, reflect, and tap into your intuition. It's a time of letting go or unwinding rather than winding up, innovating, or beginning new endeavors that are unlikely to get off the ground. Your attitude going into the cycle that begins tomorrow can help shape the year ahead, so do what you can to get into a proper headspace. In a few days, you'll grow clearer and surer of where you're heading, so take your time and take it easy today. Communications can help you sort things out, or organizing your thoughts seems particularly worthwhile today. Today is the perfect day to reflect on your commitments and obligations at your job. While there are not any major transits or aspects today, this allows the lunar energy to shine. The moon is in Libra, which instills balance in your subconscious. As you consider all potential and ongoing commitments in your profession, you can do so with a peace of mind. The lunar energy is allowing you to gather your thoughts to consider all options without feeling pressured to commit. Today's astrology is perfect for professional consideration. As has been the case every day of her 4-week visit, Venus' last full day in your income sector is all about the what rather than the when, where, and how. Venus has the luxury of knowing there are planets on the way that can turn her desires and expectations into reality, with the planet of money working to leave you with a sense of what's possible, even if for now it feels more like blind faith. With today's planetary energies, you are feeling at the center of a lot of attention, and this adds a sense of an emotional burden. Stay tuned to your emotions even when you don't feel so great. It only makes it worse if you try to escape negative feelings. Exercise is a great way to keep the heaviness at bay, and certain kinds of exercise help more than others when times are tough. Follow your intuition, but weightlifting, stretching, and quick sprints are recommended. The moon might return to Scorpio every 4 weeks, but its return today not only begins the lead up to a new moon that will give this new solar year the green light, but to find Venus here for the first time in nearly 2 years. As the moon and Venus align, this will give you a better read on the warrior planet's influence and of where this is drawing your warrior and competitive spirit. As Venus spends her last full day in your income sector, this can even help to turn her desires and expectations into resolutions. The moon's return to Scorpio today comes just as there is some tension building between the sun here and planets in your relationship sector. This will come to a head over the coming days, and the moon might exacerbate this, but with Mercury, the planet of communication, just 2 days away from Scorpio, the scene is being set for a breakthrough. You're putting in the work, but you're doing it for yourself. For instance, the moon is sitting in close proximity to Mercury in your traditional ruler, Venus, via your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes, and you're taking some well-deserved time to recharge your batteries. Whether you're single or already romantically attached, Venus' journey through your stability-seeking second house of comfort, money, and value systems reminds you that you are an endless fountain of love. You also know your worth, and you're not about to settle for anything less than that. Waiting for the right time can be good advice, but not with regard to developing healthy habits to live by. You need to eat 3 meals a day with healthy snacks in between, fresh fruit, for example. You need to sleep like a baby, and there are ways to create more successful sleeping habits if you need help. You need to drink enough water to keep your immune system strong and your elimination process in tune. These are things that do not benefit from waiting. Our eyes in the sky. Today has an eclectic energy that could feel both scattered and psychologically challenging at times. This morning's moon in Libra makes it a little easier for all of us to process. When Pluto squares the moon, those in relationships take a closer look at their commitments. This is going to mark a time where your mind is influenced by your own desires. Over the weeks ahead, you might wish for something to happen to the point of obsession. Remember that everyone is going to be feeling these same vibes, so you aren't alone. This energy can bring gains and losses. You might feel like you're unable to take any action at all, like you're stuck in place. It could seem as though your mind is a prison, but it's up to you to decide how to navigate through this minor storm. The reality is that as long as you have curiosity and creativity, you're unstoppable. It's only when you are hard on yourself that it feels like you're stuck in an emotional swamp. On the upside, this energy winds down when the moon enters Scorpio later in the day. In the morning, retrograde Mercury in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn, the second of 3 trines between these two planets. The first occurred on August 22nd, so look back to this date to make personal connections. This influence grants us a penetrative mind. We detect the hidden rationale subtly underpinning and guiding our interactions. We can even investigate occult principles or further define our astrological awareness. However, because Mercury is retrograde, it might be hard to communicate everything that is going on in our heads. While we're adept at working and reworking ideas at a conceptual level, something is bound to become lost in translation if we attempt to explain ourselves. This is perhaps the true intent of this transit, to determine when it is wise to reveal, versus when it is wise to keep silent. The final trine in this series, with Mercury in direct motion, will occur on October 6th. This week may bring some strange feelings from your past, or perhaps past lives. You could feel somehow boxed in or forced toward a certain conclusion. Aspects affecting your employment sector mean that you need to focus more attention here to make your work meaningful and lucrative. Mid-morning, the Libra moon squares off with Pluto, provoking power struggles. Perhaps we want to share a secret, but it would be purely for our own gain. Our inclination to form relationships based on gossip could be to curry favor or gain a tactical advantage. What we're really battling with now is our own perceived lack of agency. Once we become aware that fear is steering our choices, we can start to take back our power. The moon enters its void of course following this aspect's perfection, suggesting we use this time for introspection and keeping our mouths shut.